Hey, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Barakathum. Double honors to our apostles slash elders, which are GMS and blessings. Salutations to you brothers out there teaching, enduring truth, sincerity. This is a little quick post on the job, type of quick, put up real quick, in the spirit. As you see here, it says, criminal rabbi claims he can resurrect the dead for only $54,000. And I believe this rabbi was in a criminally indicted, or this is basically caught in the sex act, man. Most likely pedophilia, child porn, things of that nature. Something that was put out this year on the 28th, which was technically 2 days ago, I believe Monday. So the point is that, they justified the wicked and condemned the just. You got Malone, you got, CNN, where they're demonized, we're a hate group, with this and that. But they don't get on the Pope nearly as much. They don't get on these certain people nearly as much because they're part of their deeds. They're in league with their deeds. Here it is. We got prophets, men of the Lord, striving and doing the work and fighting for the will of the Lord. And you see how the public is reacting. What did the Lord say? If this is my kingdom, my servants will fight for me. Right? You got a pope that's a known sex offender, incriminated sex offender, and people will go hell and beyond and believe and are convinced in their spirit that GMS rapes adolescent children, 12-year-old, 14, whatever age they come up with nowadays, but they believe this to be a fact because they heard it. But these people are criminally convicted. Not a peep, not a sound. You can hear a mouse piss on cotton when it comes to their lessons. Why? Because they're not angry at us, they're angry at the Most High. But as I brought out the scripture, because as you see the weights and scales, so it says a false balance is an abomination to the Most High. You can't have no respect of persons. You're obligated. You have a job. You have a duty to judge everybody that you judge in that manner that you see doing what they're doing. That's in the same sense, because we don't do that. We're not out here, raping anybody. What I'm saying? Let alone messing with adolescents or children, things like that. We're not doing that, but that is the saying, that is the narrative, that is the belief that GMS does that. But this guy is a convicted. He's convicted in criminal sex acts. Nobody has anything to say about it, or you vaguely mention. For one, we gotta understand that as Jake, we under these curses. Look at R. Kelly. R. Kelly did, whatever he did, I believe he did the shit. But the rate that Jake, especially the nigger woman, you goddamn nigger woman, you a piece of shit. You're quick to destroy your own man. And then when you're getting your ass beat, like the bitch in McDonald's, where she wasn't getting her ass beat, she was throwing them things, I ain't gonna lie. But she was in a fight and all you hear is nigger woman on there. Well, the man should have jumped in there. Why we can't get no man? Because look how you treat men, man. Why would they want to defend you at this point in time when you ain't defending them? That's how biased and horribly managed the women are, man. Not managed or horribly executing judgment. You sit here and say, niggas ain't shit, niggas ain't this, I could do without a man, or they ain't shit, that's why you men is this, why you men that. And then when you start getting your ass beat or you get in a scuffle, well, why you ain't fighting for me? What do you think is a cause and effect? It's a cause and effect. That's why the Lord gonna destroy you women, man. You women are walking a tightrope, man. You walking a tightrope. You becoming an enemy of the wrong people. But that ain't nothing but Satan on y'all. And you better hope You feel me? Women that make it, man. That's just a side note. But back on Esau and the rest of these motherfuckers, man, is that you go around this world destroying everything, and then all the enemies of Israel, all the enemies of Yahweh, while Yahweh shy, don't have anything to say. But guess what? You got a whole lot to say when you see us do anything that you speculate is wrong. The Most High required at your hand, man. And He's gonna require it at your head. You know, because you're coming against the anointed, man. Even David through the scriptures showed you the importance of respecting the anointed. You know, the chosen. Not only the, you don't know if you're dealing against the elect or not, because we don't know who's the elect, but we're on the road to what the elect does. This is what the elect do. We go on the highways and byways and preach the word in truth, sincerity, rightly dividing the word of truth, directly and correctly, right? As long as we stay on that path, then I believe that we are the elect, confident. And meanwhile, we got niggas coming up against us, and they're not coming up against us justly, unbalanced. And the Most High will require it. There's no excuses for it. There's no excuses for you not getting on the Pope. Ain't like you forgot. You go on talk shows for hours. Hating. Basically hating. Being womanified, pussyfied, soft, effeminate, on the rants. And then when the situation happened on the other shoe, the shoe's on the other foot, and not on your foot, but somebody you don't have a problem with, you don't say anything. You know, your judgment should be executed aright. And if you don't do that, the Most High required at your hand. So go ahead, keep scoffing, keep picking fights, keep trying to debate, and time's gonna come. You know, so with that being said, I'm gonna say call all y'all by Shema Shai, by Shema Kakadas Brakathum, Shalom to you, Akim, and double honor to our apostles. Hey, Shalom.